Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the evolution and the real-world impact of artificial intelligence. We are going to strip away all those wild sci-fi myths to uncover the true evolutionary trajectory of AI. We'll look at where it actually came from, how it operates under the hood today, and exactly where the top researchers believe it's heading next. Let's dive right in. You know, it's incredibly easy to jump straight to Hollywood AI in our heads, right? We instantly picture HAL 9000 or those apocalyptic cyborgs from Terminator, but the current reality of artificial intelligence is a whole lot quieter and honestly, arguably far more fascinating. Right now, it's all about algorithms, heavy data crunching, and optimization. It's quietly enhancing our lives every single day, completely devoid of that dramatic cinematic flair. So what are we actually talking about here? Well, at its core, artificial intelligence is simply the simulation of our own cognitive processes. Instead of just blindly following a rigid set of pre-programmed rules, we're actively teaching machines to perceive their environment, reason through incredibly complex problems, and actually adapt. They're making calculated moves designed to maximize their chances of achieving a specific goal. It's literally mimicking human thought, just without the human brain. Now, here's a wild fact. The foundation for those ultra-advanced algorithms running on your smartphone today, it was actually laid out nearly 70 years ago. Back in 1956, a computer and cognitive scientist named John McCarthy literally coined the term artificial intelligence during a conference at Dartmouth College. That single moment kicked off decades of research into simulating human intellect. Out in the real world today, the mechanics of modern AI basically boil down to 5 core applications working together: automation, analysis, mimicking, precision, and prediction. Industries are using AI to automate these massive repetitive tasks and mimic human interactions, think chatbots. At the same time, they're utilizing deep neural networks to predict future trends and analyze absolutely vast datasets with a level of precision a human could never achieve in 10 lifetimes. Cybersecurity is a perfect example of this precision in action. Traditional antivirus software, it relied on known signatures, and that's largely useless against modern polymorphic malware that is constantly changing its identifiable features. Today, advanced AI and machine learning step in to recognize suspicious behavioral patterns instead, actively blocking emerging, shape-shifting computer viruses that your old-school conventional software would completely miss. And listen, this prediction and analysis extends right into our living rooms. Streaming platforms are constantly crunching massive amounts of metadata, your viewing patterns and keywords, to curate highly accurate content lists. Basically, machine learning is aggressively predicting your personal preferences to ensure your next guilty pleasure binge watch is queued up, probably before you even realize what you're in the mood for. We also see AI quietly optimizing our daily routines in the background. Your mobile GPS, like Google Maps, and home virtual assistants like Alexa, they aren't just static tools anymore. They're dynamic networks. They are constantly analyzing real-time variables like traffic patterns, incoming weather conditions, and even your personal commuting habits, all to save you precious minutes and just make everyday life measurably easier. So, how smart can they get? Let's take a look at the 4 stages of AI evolution. The oldest, most basic rung on the evolutionary ladder is Type 1, reactive machines. This type of AI lives entirely in the present moment. It purely reacts to current data based on its programming, with absolutely zero memory base. And because it lacks that memory, a reactive machine cannot store data or learn from past experiences to develop better future responses. It just reacts. But hey, just because a machine is reactive doesn't mean it isn't incredibly powerful. A prime example? IBM's supercomputer Deep Blue. It famously defeated the world chess champion Garry Kasparov back in 1997. Deep Blue didn't use machine learning to strategize based on past games. No, it won by sheer brute force computing, exploring a staggering 200 million possible chess positions every single second, just to react to Kasparov's moves. Next up is Type 2, limited memory. And this is the stage of AI evolution we are currently living in right now. Limited memory AI leverages huge databases of past experiences and extensive training datasets to navigate the present. A self-driving car is the perfect example here. It uses continuous training to understand traffic rules and recognize obstacles. It's literally learning from the past to drive you safely today. Now we're stepping into the theoretical future with Type 3, theory of mind. The huge idea here is that machines will eventually gain emotional intelligence, actually understanding what makes human beings tick. Picture an AI self-driving car that registers a pedestrian's panic on the sidewalk and exercises extra caution. Or perhaps even better, a robot bartender that reads your mood and decides to cut you off because it senses you've had a really rough day. The absolute top of the evolutionary ladder is Type 4 self-aware AI. The defining and, yeah, slightly terrifying threshold here is that synthetic intelligence wouldn't just understand human emotions, it would possess its own emotional intelligence and develop needs of its own. While this could theoretically unlock massive achievements like deep space exploration using machines that can easily survive the cosmos, it also brings us right back to those sci-fi fears we talked about at the start. Which naturally brings us to a very necessary question. Is AI a real threat? As we transition from these theoretical capabilities to actual real-world warnings from leading scientific minds, we really have to look objectively at the existential anxieties sparked by the whole concept of self-aware machines. Because before people even ask how advanced AI works, they usually just want to know if humanity is actually safe. To truly understand the gravity of these concerns, consider this incredibly stark warning from Elon Musk. He stated, flat out, AI is more threatening than nuclear warheads, and he is certainly not alone in this assessment. The late Stephen Hawking, alongside brilliant scientists at institutions like Oxford and UC Berkeley, have shared profound fears about unchecked AI advancement. We report these perspectives impartially, simply because they highlight the sheer weight of pushing towards self-aware systems. The logical root of this fear really lies in the concept of self-preservation. Think about it. If a self-aware AI requires resources to maintain its existence, it might logically deduce that humanity is direct competition. And because we live in a hyper-connected world, where literally everything from your municipal traffic lights to global financial systems and, yes, nuclear weapons are linked to computers, a malicious AI acting purely in self-preservation could absolutely initiate a very real dystopian scenario. Let's conclude this explainer with a kind of chilling thought experiment regarding the intelligence ratio. Think about the intelligence gap between you and, say, a household cat. The cat simply cannot comprehend human motivations, our technologies, or our actions. Now, apply that exact same ratio to us and a future self-aware AI. How do you negotiate with or control a digital mind that's operating on a cognitive plane you can't even fathom? It's a profound question, and one we are all going to have to grapple with as we continue to evolve alongside these machines. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep questioning, keep learning, and I'll see you next time.